Good morning, everyone. Are you okay? You don't study the taking portions? Well, if not, start study. Make a serious study, make it useful and fruitful. Okay? Today, we are going to discuss the chapter Life Process. Half I have taken already. Then the continuation of the lesson. Today we will start. I think I have taken up to the structure of heart. Children, recollect. Recall the things. Okay? So our topic is our heart. Human heart. You know the structures. There are 4 chambers. Heart is a muscular organ. It is big as our fist. Then the 4 chambers consisting of upper 2 chambers and the lower 2 chambers. The upper chambers are called as atrium and the lower chambers are called as ventricles. Atrium or auricles, ventricles, the lower chambers. Then there forms a septa or divisions at the center. So these septa separate the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay, is not it, children? Yeah. So what is the need of this septa? We don't study the process, how the blood flows, but we have studied the different blood vessels, not classification, which are emerges and from the heart and which are the vessels that enter, etc. and which chambers are filled with the oxygenated. The right and left side, there is a septa, which septa separate the right side and left side. You know that they are both the sides. They are that means the left side is completely filled with oxygenated blood, while the right side is completely filled with deoxygenated blood, carbon dioxide rich blood. It must be purified. So for this, the blood enter into the lungs. Children, we have studied there are 2 types of circulation in our case. What are they? We called it as a pulmonary circulation and a systematic circulation. No need to study, but you think what are the 2 types of circulation. That is why human circulatory system, we have a double circulation, closed double circulation we possess. The reason is that the closed is due to the blood flows through fixed vessels, specific vessels that I will explain: artery, veins and capillaries. That is why. What is double circulation? You know that there are 2 types of circulation. One is called as pulmonary circulation and the other is called as a systematic circulation. In first circulation, the blood flows from the heart to the lungs for purification. Then giving back or bring back the blood to the heart. Then second circulation, that purified blood from the heart distribute to different parts of the body. That is the second circulation. These are the 2 circulation. One is called as a pulmonary circulation and the other is called as a systematic circulation. Are we clear? So, but in the case of the fishes, they possess only two chambers. You have studied in the previous classes, you know, in the chapter diversity of living world. You know, can you recollect the points? So how many, what are the chambers of heart? That is the class, first class, that is fishes, and second amphibia and reptilia and birds and mammals. You know their structures, how many chambers they have. So in the fishes they only possess two chambers, one atrium and one auricles. How many times the blood flows through the heart for purification? Only one time. Okay, once in a time. That is called, such a type of circulation is called as single circulation. In our case is in the case of our that is blood flows through the heart twice. So our circulation is a double circulation. You know. So where in the lungs, in the fishes, where the blood purifying, where is the center of the blood purification? You know that there is no doubt there they have gills for purification. Are you clear? Okay. So you know this is supply allows efficient. That means this is this is what a separation. This is septa that allows efficient supply of oxygen. You know, especially those organisms that consumes high energy needs. You know, think about us. So our body temperature, how we can constantly maintain our body temperature. It is fixed. You know that we use energy for this. In such organisms, such as birds and mammals, they have this septa. Okay. Then again, you know those organisms, that is amphibians and reptiles, they can tolerate mixing of blood. How? They can change their body temperature according to the temperature of the environment. That is the reason. So it is a question for you, how reptiles and amphibians they can tolerate the mixing of blood. We have the septa. It is well separated, the right and left side, and is filled with oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. And we use energy for maintaining our body temperature. But some animals, they don't use body energy to maintain their body temperature. They can change their body temperature. Okay. Do you understand? It's very easy. Okay. Make your study interesting. So next you know that the vessels. The vessels are mainly classified. That means the blood vessels, arteries, veins and capillaries. What are arteries? Arteries are the blood vessels. They carry blood from the heart to different parts of the body. Then they possess thick elastic walls. The blood flows under high pressure because you know the main aorta, that is starting from the ventricle. Through this aorta, blood flows under high pressure. Push the blood. Then, so what happens? How is the blood is flowing through the arteries? And through the arteries, blood flows under high pressure. Okay. You know, which device is used to measure our pressure? To detect or measure our pressure. What is the normal range of our pressure? 120 bar 80 mm of Hg. What is this? So that is called as during systolic and diastolic pressure. So our systolic pressure is 120 mm of Hg. Our diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. You know that. Systole means during ventricular contraction. You know, diastolic means that is ventricular relaxation. Okay, that is systolic and diastolic. So which device is used to measure the pressure? That is called as sphygmomanometer. It's common for you. You know that sphygmomanometer. We just read it. It's not a part of what it is. Just I am telling you about blood pressure. But how is blood pressure? What is blood pressure? Blood pressure are of two types, hypertension and hypotension. If the blood exerted pressure, it is very high. It's called as a hypertension. If it is low, it is called as a hypotension. So what is blood pressure? Actually, what is blood pressure? Blood pressure. So when blood flows through these arteries, you know that. We have studied arteries possess thick walls and elastic walls. Blood flows under high pressure. So the blood exerts pressure against the walls. That is called as a blood pressure. Okay, you read, you can understand it. Okay. So we have studied the branches of, that is the blood vessels. First is arteries. Arteries carry blood from the heart to different parts of the body except pulmonary artery. All the arteries carry pure blood, oxygenated blood. Very clear? You know the reason. So secondly, you know that. So how many pulmonary veins and how many pulmonary arteries we have? We have 2 pulmonary arteries. How many pulmonary veins we have? We have 4 pulmonary veins. Next is about veins. What are veins? Veins are, they possess thin, which is one of the blood vessels. They have thin walls, not thick walls like arteries. The reason is that the blood is not flowing no longer under high pressure. That is, they have thin walls. But they have walls. For what? To ensure the flow of blood only in one direction. Only the blood flows through the veins in one direction, not in backward direction, only in one direction. For that, they have walls. Then it is closed. When the blood flows, it open. Then after that, it is closed. So it carries blood from all parts of the body and it bring back to the heart. That is the main function of veins. Are you clear? Veins carry blood from different parts of the body. Bring back to heart. That's doing. But arteries carry blood from the heart and distribute to different parts of the body. Except pulmonary, pulmonary artery. You know the reason. All arteries carry pure blood. Okay, no confusion. But all the veins carry impure blood. That is carbon dioxide, deoxygenated blood. Okay. Yes. So now the blood is reached here in the heart. So next is capillaries. What are capillaries? On reaching the organ and tissues, the arteries divides into smaller and smaller units. I mean, it is the smaller divisions or subdivisions of arteries. They possess one-celled thick. They have elastic nature, but they have minute pores through their walls. You know the reason. Then they must reach in each and every cells of the part of the body, even they are deep. And also they share or exchange the material, they throw the blood transport. All the material, you know the materials, which are the materials are transported that you have studied. No need to explain that. So all these materials exchange is possible across these things. So what are capillaries? Capillaries are the subdivisions of arteries. They have a thick walls. Through these also the blood flows under high pressure. When the blood flows through these capillaries under high pressure, through the pores of these walls, there is a leakage of substance takes place. So this leakage of substance is drains in intercellular spaces that I will discuss. Okay, so that's all about the vessels of blood vessels. We have studied arteries, veins and capillaries. Study industrially. So industrially you study and also the differences among these. Make a tabular column and write each and every points. Okay. The next is another components of blood, that is platelets. What are platelets? Platelets are the irregular, they possess irregular structures. They are the components of the blood. You know, solid components, corpuscles, blood, WBC cells, RBC cells, and platelets. They also fluid content, that is plasma. You know, you have studied that. So, these platelets, they are doing a specific role when we get injured. When we have a wound or when we get injured, you know that there is a flow of blood. Bleeding occurs there. How can we prevent this? How can we stop? You know, here, by the action of platelets. The platelets forms a platelet plug there, and hence it allows to clot the blood and prevents the bleeding. Okay, that is the main functions of platelets. What is formed here? Platelet plug. Remember, platelet plug. Okay. So, children, that is enough today. We have studied the blood. So, we will see you on next class.